Hello everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational speaker and coach. I went from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a different way. So what I really wanted to talk about in this short video today is something that's come up frequently now with numerous clients. And that is, how I want to start this off, is you don't always have to be the hammer in your approach. Now let me explain. A builder or a workman on sites, obviously if you imagine his toolbox, or maybe for fans of superheroes, Batman and his utility belt, you have a variety of gadgets and gizmos to suit whatever occurrence may turn up. So of course, to stick with the build analogy, in his toolbox, he may have a spanner, a wrench, a drill, so on and so on, and a hammer. And he will use, hopefully if he's any good, the correct tool for the correct job. And now, in your approach, in your daily habits, thoughts and behaviours, you could go around and, speaking for myself, how I used to be was always very much like the hammer. It was very full on. And I now realise, even when I was talking to others, I wasn't, truth be told, I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening to what they were saying. I was already formulating my answer. And I hate to say it, but I used to, every conversation I partook in, it was almost like another fight that I had to win, a verbal sparring match. Now I say that to say this. In your approach, are you being, like I was, the hammer in everything? In your personal relationships, in your work relationships, in the way you go about? Do you always have to win? And as I say, just, pause, consider it for oneself, self-reflection, it's very important. We're going into this holiday season. A lot of people see family and friends, some of which they haven't seen for most of the year. It can be quite a stressful, tense period, and that's okay. But I want you to just really, just try this out. Try and really listen. Just really listen and be present. And listen, not with the intention to answer wittily or you're thinking and what you want to say to appear intellectual or funny. There's a time for that, but just really try for me, just on one or two conversations, just to really listen to what's being said. And don't see the conversation as a debate like in the Houses of Parliament that must be won. Just enjoy the natural banter, the give and take flow like life, like a beautiful river. Just flow with it all. And again, to stick to my original point, don't be, if you are, this is the hammer. And you may have a different approach. You might actually be quite methodic in your approach and see things very, nothing wrong with it, but you colour within the lines, so to speak. But maybe again, just this holiday season, where appropriate, just don't be so rigid and rigid in one's thoughts. So just let things be. So if the parsnips burn, for example, so be it. Don't stress out. What I'm saying is to just go with what is. And this is beautiful for life as well as the holiday season. But I think holidays can be a wonderful time to slow down and experiment with a different way of being. And hey, if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, just reject it. Take what's useful, reject the rest. So just wanted to leave you with that. Don't always be the hammer in your approach. Use the whole of your toolbox or utility belt like Batman. So as always, you are unstoppable and I believe in you.